What's up, guys? It is Friday, January 20th. It's 2:16 p.m. and the market's looking good. It's looking ready for a melt up number 2. Our H-bar trade, right? We did XRP to H-bar. We are literally up 35% against XRP in 5 days. We could convert back right now and have a third more XRP just by doing that conversion. So we're crushing it in the Discord with the peer-to-peer signals. So what I did was I enabled the free accelerator again. So if you want to get that free education, go to stargate-ventures.com, go to the link in the bio, come to the website, and right on the main page, you can click there, a little bit of info, and boom, you're in. That's the first thing. The second thing is we are opening spots back up for the Discord with the automated signals. I'll pull it up right now. So in the Discord, we have all these automated signals in here. For individual cryptos, we have like over 50. And then all the good ones too that we're tracking, right? And then we have the pair-to-pair signals. So this is the one that we took, H-bar. So I'll go all the way up here and show you the day that we took this trade. So in trades tracking, right? We pull it up here. And I had updated people on the 18th saying the XRP to H-bar trade is playing out beautifully. But if we go up here and see the day that we made the conversion, Bury the System's crushing this trade right here. Then we have this. So it was January 15th at 8:59 p.m. I converted 14,204 XRP into H-bar, 100,000. Now, if I pull that up, let's see how much extra XRP that I would have, right? So at this very moment, and I took a screenshot here. This was a little bit earlier, like an hour ago. Right in the top left, 14,204 XRP into 100,000 H-bar. Now, if I were to convert back, I'd have 1,300 more XRP than if I did from 5 days ago. Just from 5 days, 1,300 more XRP just by converting into H-bar right before it popped. And the reason why we took this signal is because the Stargate software nails it. I mean, we're so on point as far as the peer-to-peer signals. It's truly a disgusting strategy. I don't see anybody doing it, and we're crushing it in here. So as a token of celebration, as far as I believe that the bull market's back, baby. So we want to open up the doors again for people to get access to these automated signals, as well as to the Stargate software so you can throw up on your charts, right? And we're going to open the doors back up for that. So first off, get your free accelerator in there. You're going to learn about the opportunity of crypto. We have like 18 videos in here that are game changer. It's going to level up your knowledge. But then come to the website, go to plans and pricing, and you'll see a new exclusive offer there for you to bite the bullet on. We're only going to keep this open for over the weekend. So you have 3 days to make the decision. Are you ready to level up? Or do you want to keep kind of holding and waiting for just price to rise for XRP? We're taking advantage of these peer-to-peer signals right now while XRP is low to convert back into it to accumulate as much XRP, XLM as possible, right? That's how we're playing it over here at Stargate. So if you want to hop on this train, then come bite the bullet on this exclusive offer that we're going to unveil today and then only allow over the weekend. And we're only offering it to the people in the Discord first. So we're going to open it up privately to the Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord, click the link in the bio, come join the Discord. And then tonight, we're going to announce that we're going live with that exclusive offer, and then we'll open it up to the public tomorrow. So join the Discord so you can get that right when we announce it, as well as click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. So let's dive into this crypto newsletter. And we can see here that we got the World Economic Forum wraps up Davos 2023 with sparks. So the crypto world's effort to showcase a stable industry in front of the world's elite wrapped up Thursday outside the World Economic Forum's annual conference in Davos. You had Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, people from the EU, and other people from the Financial Stability Board developing a global rule book for the sector. It was the only panel exclusively on crypto inside the main venue of the conference, and things got a little tense when Dutch central banker and chair of the Financial Stability Board, Klaas Knot, said many crypto assets were offered from places that I would call sunny places for shady people. What a shot, huh? More from Davos. The main venue of the conference also hosted a panel on the metaverse's application in industries, from port operations to bathroom refurbishment, just one day after some very different conceptions of the virtual online world were laid bare. Once my team put this headset on, they just didn't want to take it off. Someone at telecoms company Ericsson said, so metaverse transformation of medicine means there may not even be hospitals in 5 years' time. If they're not bullish on the tech, who will be? Outside of the main venue, the industry continued bringing high-profile speakers to discuss their apparent interest in crypto. BlackRock Chief Operating Officer Rob Goldstein, speaking at a Circle event, pointed out that his company, one of the world's largest asset managers, expanded its role in the crypto industry last year. We have been very carefully watching, learning, trying to understand everything that's been going on for 5 years, 10 years, whatever the amount of time has been, but we've been consciously choosing to have a strategy, though not yet to implement the strategy. What's interesting about the year 2022, which was a remarkable year in so many ways and through so many lenses, interestingly, it was the year that we chose at BlackRock to actually start implementing our digital asset strategy, the strategy that we had written over the past couple of years. There we go. So now let's go into the next thing. Tech veteran backed Web3 social platform Play Labs raises $32 million in seed round. So I believe the next narrative or buzz kind of segment of crypto is going to be in the realms of AI and crypto kind of meshed together, the fusion of AI and Web3. So I'm going to start getting some eyes on some AI type crypto ventures and see if they have any tokens, because I believe those are the tokens that may have some huge runs in the next bull market. Then we have this. Crypto trading firm Cumberland DRW disputes Genesis exposure. So basically, Genesis filed for bankruptcy. So Genesis bankruptcy filing today reflects misleading and incorrect information. So there we go. We had Genesis. We didn't see anything result from it though. Prices went up. So they were saying that it's already priced in. Then we have this from Danielle Dixon from Stellar. She said you can actually pinpoint when it gets into the wallet and then see what happens. She shared that traceability and transparency of Stellar Aid Assist. Let's watch it.
See what happens. If you think about instantaneous disbursement through this large tool, but then traceability and transparency that is just remarkable, because you can actually pinpoint when it gets into the wallet and then see what happens. And that for someone like you, who's a donor who wants to make sure that the assets that you're giving, these hard-earned dollars that you want to deliver to someone, get to where you want it to go, this is the perfect methodology to do that. And so we've actually created this database, this opportunity for aid organizations to be able to show that to their donor base and to make it so that they can even get more donations as a result of that kind of traceability and transparently.
If you think about there we go. And that's one of the kind of selling points to crypto and blockchain, the traceability and transparency. Then we have the next bankruptcy domino, maybe Genesis, but we saw that they actually did report that they're going bankrupt, but we don't know what could result from this yet. So we'll have to see. Definitely on the radar. Then we have a Web3 survival guide to crypto winter. So those committed to Web3 are now facing the challenge of explaining how the actions of certain actors do not align with the core values of the technology, staying with the fundamentals, weathering the storm. But I believe that we're getting out of this crypto winter here. So let's go into the next one, because it's preparing the next crypto summer. Technology and infrastructure considerations. The dot-com bubble burst of 2001 resulted in many funds going out of business, and those that survived realized the importance of managing their bottom and top lines, as well as improving workflows, tools, data, and systems. Today, investors are more demanding than ever, and increased regulation is on the horizon. In this webinar, we'll discuss how investments in technology systems and processes across the organization can help funds better manage costs, provide teams with optimal tools and systems, and ultimately win and retain business as we prepare for the next growth cycle. And I believe we're getting ready for that. So that's what we're seeing there. And then crypto outlook at the World Economic Forum. So the World Economic Forum has released its second report to help increasing understanding and demystifying decentralized autonomous organization operations. Let's hear it.
Center in our annual meeting. Last year, 2022, we had 2 crypto sessions, and this year we have 7, several of which have already happened. They've been really engaging and interesting. Yeah.
How would you compare it then? Like in previous years, we've seen more crypto companies on the promenade. We've also, it seems this year is a bit of a muted presence, and we're in the midst of a crypto winter.
So I can't really comment to what's happening on the promenade and why we have the folks that we have here. I can tell you that from the work that we do at the forum, and my work in particular as head of blockchain and digital assets, we are looking at use cases, case studies, usability. And when we talk to entrepreneurs and we are investigating what they're interested in, there continues to be a lot of excitement because the potential to build new products remains.
All right. So Since we're in the midst of trouble in the financial markets, in the economy globally, worldwide, and especially in the crypto markets, there's some criticism that, this is not the time to throw parties. It's not the time to have excess. But in your view, why is it necessary to have these conversations right now?
Well, I don't think of it as a party. It really is a moment to bring cross-disciplinary leaders together to talk about potential solutions. So in these meetings that we have where we're talking about blockchain technologies and applications, we see a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, and it's really inspiring, actually. So it's really about making those connections so that the work can continue throughout the year. So does it feel like a party? No, it feels like a really engaging conversation.
Meanwhile, you've released a report on DAOs.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So this is our second report on DAOs. The first came out last summer, 2022. This one is a toolkit. So we released it yesterday, and it really is a practical guide. So we were looking at DAOs, and DAOs, of course, so interesting because it is a new way to organize and collaborate. But there are challenges. And I think many people that are constructing DAOs may not understand or appreciate the nuance around governance, engaging a community. And so the report is a toolkit really focused on some of those issues. And the beauty of the forum is that we can bring together a group of 100 experts and academics and entrepreneurs to construct something that we hope is really valuable. What is that? Yeah, some of the highlights of the report. So looking at governance. So what is so exciting about DAOs is that you can really create anything you want. It's programmable. But to do that, you have to think thoughtfully about governance. How do you vote? So one example, we go into some detail with quadratic voting, right? Different ways to get the preferences from your community in ways that can be highly nuanced and really effective. So that's one of the highlights that I think.
How would it apply in business models? DAOs have been criticized as being clunky, really slow. How would that apply to real world businesses or even governments?
Yeah, I think some businesses are quite clunky and hard to navigate. So, this is just another way to organize people. I think we will get better and better. There'll certainly be challenges like there are with any time you create a community. I think that the challenges ahead maybe are the clunkiness. To the extent there is clunkiness, I think that goes away over time. I think it's hard to mobilize a community, right? We are still people. And I think there's still an aspect of real world interaction that's going to be so, so important.
What would some of those real world use cases be?
Yeah. I think we've seen use cases. I don't even need to speculate because we've seen them, whether it's people coming together for a short period of time to do something very specific, like the Constitution DAO. Now, what's really interesting about that is, and what our report gets into is, what would have happened if they had purchased it, right? If they had purchased it, this is a physical object. You can't keep that on a blockchain. So we're also looking at this transition into the real world. How does a DAO, as an entity, how does it get a facility to store the Constitution, right? There's a bridge there that we have yet to really cross. So another aspect of the report.
In terms of the conversations going on the web, how is crypto fitting into the narrative right now?
Yeah, I think we had a session yesterday about tokenization. And tokenization is really about liquidity in new markets, right? So I think the conversations, it's less about crypto specific. It's really breaking that down and getting back to basics and thinking about how this can be a tool for things that are already familiar, like efficiency and markets and trading and inclusion. So that's how I see the conversations going.
Joining us now.
All right. And then we got this from, if you have a CBDC, you do not have a counterparty risk, SNB BNS. So Swiss National Bank, alternate member of the governing board, Thomas Mozar, says he discussed the Swiss Central Bank CBDC trial. So let's hear it. There we go. Now let's go to this. World Economic Forum wraps up Davos with 2023 Sparks. We already did go through this, but Another panel hosted by the Filecoin Foundation focused on the concept of open science, referring to the open sourcing of vast amounts of data. The panelists, who represented the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and the Conseil European CERN, okay, barely mentioned blockchain, focusing instead on the need to be able to easily share data collected through scientific research. There we go. Now we got this. Pros and cons of virtual fiat. Making different digital ecosystems interact was, in a different way, also a topic for central bankers who joined with financial infrastructure bosses inside the Congress Center to discuss central bank digital currencies. Interoperability, as it's known in the jargon, comes with plenty of difficulties, the discussion noted, not least as central banks don't always trust each other. So the obstacles as they apply to CBDCs are often about conflicting governance and legal systems rather than technology. The panelists' comments suggested that there's still a long way to go in getting benefits from virtual fiat and plenty of ways in which it could actually end up damaging the world economy. It is crucial that when we come up with new innovations, these can scale and these can guard against the potential cost of having digital islands, said Javier Perez Tasso, Chief Executive Officer of SWIFT, the messaging service used for making interbank transfers. Instead of unifying payment systems, central bank digital currencies could lead to further fragmentation. There have been some limited success stories in trying out CBDCs for settlements, both for interbank and retail settlements, but they have their limits. He's carrying out this is the Israeli central bank governor spoke glowingly of a trial he's carrying out to enable cross-border retail payments with Sweden and Norway, but he admitted he hasn't yet cracked the problem of AML checks, one of the main reasons why cross-border payments using correspondent banking can be slow and expensive in practice. There's also a question about who will build any international hub and whether it will be a grouping of central banks, the International Monetary Fund, or some private sector company that wins the prize. So then you have the clearinghouse Euroclear, which is also taking part in a trial to tokenize government bonds with the French central bank, warned there were costs of such experiments involving instantaneous payments, such as potential liquidity losses that could end up delaying trades, especially if the transition to any new system isn't smooth. It's about interoperability. If we don't get that right, I think migration simply becomes impossible. There it is. Then we have crypto market analysis. Bitcoin's improving health may be thanks to Dr. Copper. So we covered Copper and let me go do it in the Discord. If we go to the deep dives, it was maybe 13 days ago. It was this. Yeah, new digital public infrastructure climate scenarios for 2023. They were saying copper is the commodity of the future to kind of enable the electric everything, basically. And now we're seeing from CoinDesk, correlations between Bitcoin and rising copper prices reach 7-month highs. So the increased correlation implies that Bitcoin and Ether as well are aligning with rosier expectations for the U.S. economy, and the current price surge may continue. I believe that to be the case too. Copper is a widely matched measure of economic health because of the wide range of use cases across numerous economic sectors. So if you go down here, you can see the correlation highs. And yeah, so we're going to have to look into some copper ETFs for sure. And then another thing that we were tracking was the crypto market cap of USDC and USDT versus the crypto total market cap. And this was our bull market kind of indicator year to know if we're going to go into an all-out bull market. And right now, when we had covered this days ago, we had said if this breaks lower here, even just a little bit, it's game on. And right now, if we go to the 12-hour chart and we look down here, we are very, very close to breaking these lows. And you know what that means? The bull market's back, baby. So if you want to level up, get into these peer-to-peer signals, do these trades. And it's not like we're day trading. We're really strategically doing these peer-to-peer signals on a bigger time frame basis to ride the wave of one coin, take profits back into the original coin, grow our holdings, and then find the next one. So subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go to stargate-ventures.com. I'll put that link in the bio. Get your free accelerator. Also join the Discord because we're going to be releasing the exclusive offer in here first tonight. And then we're going to release it publicly tomorrow. And it's only going to be open until Monday. So 3 days. Bite the bullet, guys. You've seen the proof of gains. Once you join the Discord, go to the proof of gains chat. You'll be blown away. So we're killing it in 2023, man. And it's just the beginning. Love to see it. And I appreciate everybody who's supporting this wave. Stargate to the moon, baby. I'll see you guys in the next video.